Hello, this presentation is going to show you how to log into your new EduBlogs blog that you have been given by your teacher. What you need to do is type into your URL bar the address of the blog, and you'll be presented with username and password to enter, which you have also been given. I will type mine in now and log in. Once you're logged in, you will see over in this section over here on the right, My Account, and this will be your name and your email address on this side. You'll also see your name up the top corner here, and this is where you log out, and you can come back in and edit your profile should you need to, change your password, and manage the blogs that you're attached to. At the moment, you're attached to two blogs. One is the demonstration blog that you've been shown by Mrs. Staggart, and the other one is your blog. Over here on the left-hand side at the top, you'll see that this is the name of the blog that I'm logged into, but this will be your address over here, and you can visit the site of your blog and look to see what it looks like. Now, this blog at the moment has an image on it. It's a default image, and these images change each time you log in this particular default blog. And it's got 3 columns, 1, 2, 3 columns. It has on the menu bar here 2 pages that you can navigate to, and we're going to show you how you can change the appearance of your blog and set it so that it's exactly as you want it to be. So if you come over here to the left hand side again, you'll see that instead of visit site here now, it has lots of options, and these are the things where you can change what your blog looks like. We're going to begin by changing the theme of your blog. So by clicking on themes, you'll get a lot of different options about the different types of themes you can have for your blog. And each of these different themes have different features. So for this particular activity, we're going to ask you to choose the same theme, all of you, because we know that this particular theme has all of the options that we want for this particular activity. So you'll need to scroll down, and you'll notice these are all alphabetic. And I want you to scroll down to this one here. It's called Ocean Wide. And when you get there, I'd like you to click on Activate. And this will change your blog so that it looks like this. It doesn't have any of your content in it yet, but that is how it looks. If you now go to have a look at Visit Your Site, you will notice that it has changed, and although it hasn't got any of your content on there now, you'll see that you've got your pages and you've got 3 columns like we had on the other one that we wanted. So we're going now to add some new pages. So you'll see here Add New, plus New, and go down to Page, because at the moment we've only got the home and the sample page. So click on Page, New Page, and we're going to add a page about me. I'm not going to add any content yet, because that's where you're going to add the information about you and what your blog is about. Now you'll notice here, these are the controls on this side. We can save it as a draft, although it does save automatically after a while as a draft. It's always a good idea to click on Save Draft. At the moment, it is status as draft, Its visibility is public, and you can change this if you want to so that it is actually password protected or private. You can choose to publish it immediately, or you can hold off and set a publish date later on if you wanted to. I can delete it if I want to, or I can publish it immediately. Further down, there are some page attributes which relate to where that word or those words about me sit on your blog. And at the moment, it's going to be on the top of the list. It's not going to be under anything else. So we're going to publish it. And now if we go to visit the site to find out what it looks like and have a look to see where About Me has appeared. And you'll notice there is the About Me page. So if I click on that, there won't be any content that we've put in because we haven't done anything yet, but that is where you can add your content in there. So if we go back, we can add more pages in exactly the same way, and I'm going to do that now. So you can see that I've just added new pages: cultural reflections, travel experiences, and travel reflections. But they're in the wrong order. I want to change the order in which they appear. And so in order to do that, I have to go back into the dashboard and into the pages. And then here I'll see all of the different pages. And by the way, I don't want this sample page to appear anymore because I don't need it. I've got other pages in there. So I can click on trash on that one and it will remove it into the trash bin so I don't see it anymore. And now I can decide what I want to appear first. Well, I want the About Me to appear first. So I'm clicking on Quick Edit, and you'll see here that it's got order 0. So that's where I want it to appear. I want it to appear on the main page, and 0 is the first one that will appear. So if I click on Update there, then I'm going to go, I want this one next, Travel Experiences. So it's on the main page again, so on the top main menu, and the next one is 1. I want it to appear next. So I'll update that one. Then I want Travel Reflections, so Quick Edit again, and the next one will be 2, and update that. And then lastly at the moment I want Cultural Reflections, so Quick Edit and 3, and update. So now when we visit the page, what we should see is the order that I wanted it to appear. So there's About Me, Travel Experiences, Travel Reflections, Cultural Reflections, and you'll see there is no sample page. Now, as you will recall, on the main blog that we first showed you the other week, if I visit that, you'll recall that underneath Travel Experience, you had statistic, maps, itinerary, and travel log. And I'm now going to show you how to add those pages. So I need to go to my demonstration, back to my demonstration site, and I can go into the dashboard. And then what I need to do is I need to add some new pages. And I need to add each one of these things as a new page. So I'm now going to add statistics and publish that page. But instead of publishing it with no parent, I'm going to publish it with a parent of Travel Experiences. And then I'm going to do exactly the same for maps, itinerary, and travel blog. So now that I've added those pages and made them sit underneath the Travel Experiences, and I've adjusted them so that that is 0 that is 1, that is 2, and that is 3. So I have the basic navigation of my site now set. Mr. Timpano will help you in a later tutorial to change your image. So don't get concerned about your image just yet. I would like to point out another feature of your new blog. As well as these pages that are up the top that you've just created, you also have a sidebar, sidebar 1 down this side, and sidebar 2 down this side. So on the left you've got sidebar 1 and on the right you have sidebar 2. And when I click through the different pages you've just created, you'll see that the centre section changes, but the two sections, sidebar 1 and sidebar 2, remain the same. You can set what you see on these sidebars by going into a thing called widgets, and that's where I'm about to take you now. So if you come to this drop-down menu here again, and you can go into widgets. So this is a drag and drop situation here. There's sidebar 1, so we'll deal with that first. I don't see any reason why you need to have this welcome to your brand new blog, because you've got an About Me page that tells about what you're doing. So we're going to pick it up and we're going to drag it away over here. Recent comments, that's a decent thing to have there. Easy to find, things that people have said about your blog. And categories, we'll talk about them at a later time, but it's another way of organising the information on your blog. And if we go now to sidebar 2, you will have noticed that actually central on the top of your blog, a feature is it has its own search feature. And you don't need that. So this extra search feature you do not need. So we'll get rid of that by dragging that away over to here. Recent posts, that can remain, and links, that can remain for the moment. So let's now go back to your blog and see what impact we've just had by dragging around those widgets. And you'll see here we've got rid of what the search one was over here, and we've got the welcome to my new blog one over there. So you'll notice on this site it's got just another EduBlogs.org site. Well, I don't want it to be just another EduBlogs.org site. I want it to be something special. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and this time I'm going into settings and general. And you'll see here it's got just another EduBlog site written in there. But I can also give my site a title, which I'll give it. So I'm going to call it Travelling in South East Asia. And I'm going to put in here, what an experience. And I'll save that. You'll see here there's many other settings I can make sure I've got my times right. And equally down here I can set how the various writing and reading settings can be. I'll go down and I'll save those changes, and I'll visit the site to see what it looks like. Travelling in Southeast Asia, what an experience. So I invite you now to go and play with your blog and make some changes to some widgets, to add some information to your blog, but to keep those basic settings that we've just made the same, and Mr. Timpano will assist you in changing your picture. Happy blogging.